Troopers, welcome to a new WarRock commentary. And I know, I just said hello WarRock Troopers. That's because it brings back good memories. I always used to say that in my update videos. And I was like, hey, let's do it today again. Let's bring old habits back to my videos. But anyway, today we're gonna talk about Scar-L Camo and we're playing Harbor Elia. And I know what you guys think right now. Wait, what? Nathie, is there a map called Harbor Elia? That's right, there is a map called Harbor Elia and it's awesome. It's a deathmatch map and I would recommend it to everyone to play it with your friends or with your clan. And also go on TeamSpeak while playing it because it's a really fun and competitive map. And it's pretty balanced for 24 players. So anyway, enough about this map because it's awesome of course. But we are gonna talk about Scar-L Camo. That's why I'm here today. And well, as you can see, this weapon looks really cool. It's really rare. You don't see it a lot on WarRock because there are not a lot of sales on WarRock of this weapon. It has a great design. It's lighter version of the Scar-L Black. Scar-L Black is also really a good weapon. You can buy that one with dinar. This one is only for NX cash as far as I know. It has a red dot sight. You can scope with it, so that's really nice. I'm not sure why the scope is green, by the way, because I would prefer to have it in red. A red scope looks just better on this weapon because the weapon itself is white, and when you add it with a red scope, it looks just perfect. But yeah, it's green. We can't do much about it. We can't really change it. But it's also not really a negative thing, since the weapon is not getting better of it or better, so that's not really an issue. But anyway, this weapon can be used on the CQC channel, the Battle Group channel and the Zombie Mode channel. If you like to gain a lot of XP, I would recommend you to play with this weapon in free-for-all. If you're not really into M40 mining with your engineer, then you can use this weapon with the assault. I also played with this weapon in Zombie Mode, and I have to say this weapon isn't, of course, fitting into Zombie Mode. It's doing a lot of damage on some zombies. For example, the ones in POW camp, like the Breaker and the Bombers. But if you got an M60 or an M249, you can better use that instead of this weapon. But yeah, you could guess that it wasn't really fitting into zombie mode. Maybe you're surprised, but this weapon is really good in Battle Group. Not in the big Battle Group maps because they are too huge scaled. And you got a lot of tanks riding around and also helicopters flying around. So that's not really a good thing with this weapon because you can't shoot helicopters out of the air with this weapon or shoot through windows. So you can't really do that. You can't really stop vehicles from driving around you. But you can hide in buildings with this weapon and be a really deadly guy walking around through bases. So that's why it's really good in Battle Group. The small Battle Group maps like Sadar and Takar, but not the big ones. And of course, close quarters combat, but that's not a secret. This weapon is great in close quarters combat. According to the WarRock Stats website, this weapon has an accuracy of 50, a weight of 20, that's really light, and a shoot range of 50. Well, I have to be honest with you guys, but the scope on this weapon is totally amazing. When I want to shoot at someone from a far distance, it's not that hard, and when you are not killing him, you are giving him a lot of hit points, so he will eventually die anyway. But this weapon on far distance is a beast. I'm not joking, but there's only one problem with the scope. When you shoot and aim with the scope, it's always shooting a little bit to the left, so you always have to correct it to the right to hit someone. That's the only problem, but you get used to it when you have the weapon yourself. Also, according to the WarRock Stats website, it gives 8 hit points on the head, 3 hit points on the breast and 2 on the legs. But in my opinion, it's more deadlier than what the stats say, because when I play with it in game, for example Kali, and I'm in the office on the Debron side, and I'm shooting to the NIU snipe spot, and someone is between those, or like behind those boxes, well, if his head is sticking out, he's dead in a few seconds. Well, if I'm playing, for example, with an AK-47, it takes a little bit longer, in my opinion. Depends, of course, if you have a scope on your weapon or not. The Scar-L Camo also makes a really interesting sound when you're shooting with it. And maybe this sounds like stupid to you guys, but a lot of weapons sound the same. And this weapon is really different compared to the rest. And it's scaring people off because they think like, whoa, I never heard the sound of this weapon. What is it exactly? And they're running away or hiding. That's what I experienced in game. So yeah, sometimes the sound is important and this weapon has a really good sound. So yeah guys, that's everything I had to say about this weapon. Hope you liked it, and I'm sorry, but I'm not a weapon expert. This is everything I could say about it, but I would really recommend you to buy it since it's a great add-on to your inventory. And it's really a rare weapon, you know. If you're playing in game and a player says like, how did you get this weapon? And you say like, yeah, I bought it a few months ago. Well, that feels amazing in my opinion, like having something that no one ever saw in his entire WarRock life. But yeah guys, that's it. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't do it already. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you didn't do it already. And that's it, guys. And as always say, and I see you guys next time.